So let's take a look at the 10 deadliest school shootings. Starting in Oakland, California on April 2nd, 2012. The Oikos University shooting. 43-year-old Juan L. Go was accused of shooting dead 7 students with a handgun and wounding 3 others at Oikos University, a Christian college. He fled the scene, stealing a victim's car, and was apprehended hours later nearby. Go was charged with 7 counts of murder. In January 2013, Go was determined to be mentally ill and unfit for trial and committed for treatment. Number 9. March 21st, 2005, in Red Lake, Minnesota. The Red Lake shootings. 16-year-old student Jeff Weiss killed his grandfather and grandfather's companion at their home where he had been living, at the Red Lake Indian Reservation. He then drove to the Red Lake Senior High School, armed with his grandfather's police weapons. Weiss killed 5 students, 1 teacher, and 1 security guard, wounding 7 others, before entering a gunfight with police that resulted in him committing suicide. Number 8. Roseburg, Oregon, on October 1st, 2015, 10 were killed and 9 injured in the Umpqua Community College shooting. Around 10:40 a.m., a gunman, later identified as 26-year-old student Christopher Harper Mercer, opened fire in a hall on the Umpqua Community College campus. The gunman later committed suicide after engaging responding police officers in a brief gunfight. Number 7. In Santa Fe, Texas, May 18, 2018. 10 died and 13 were injured at the Santa Fe High School shooting. The school was evacuated when fire alarms were pulled at 7:45 a.m. after a gunman opened fire on multiple students with a Remington 870 shotgun and a .38 caliber revolver. The accused shooter, 17-year-old Demetrius Pagortis, started shooting in the art room, then went through the art hallway. Responding police officers then engaged him in a gunfight which lasted for 25 minutes, before Pagortis was wounded and taken into custody. Multiple IEDs, pressure cookers, Molotov cocktails, pipe bombs, propane tanks, and other homemade explosives were also found around the school and parking lot. Pagortis is currently awaiting trial for capital murder and faces a sentence up to 40 years to life in prison. Number 6. In Littleton, Colorado, on April 20th, 1999. 15 were killed and 21 injured at the Columbine High School massacre. 18-year-old Eric Harris and 17-year-old Dylan Keebold, both students at Columbine High School, killed 15 and injured 21 others. The pair committed suicide in the library after a brief gunfight with the police at the end of the massacre. Number 5. On February 14, 2018, in Parkland, Florida. 17 were killed and 17 were injured at the Marjory Stoneman Douglas High School shooting. A 19-year-old former student named Nicholas Cruz, whose behavior had led to his expulsion, began shooting students and staff members with a semi-automatic rifle. 17 people were killed and 17 others injured. The suspect shot the students in the hallways and classrooms on the 1st and 3rd floor of the complex. The suspected shooter blended in with the crowd of fleeing students and was arrested in a residential area of a neighboring Coral Springs after walking away from the school. He was later charged with murder and attempted murder. Number 4. August 1st, 1966, in Austin, Texas. This was actually the first major school shooting to occur in the United States that had more than just a few people that were killed. The University of Texas Tower shooting. 25-year-old engineering student Charles Whitman went on a 96-minute shooting rampage from the observation deck of the university. He was shot and killed by the police. He had earlier murdered his wife and his mother at their homes. And number 3. On May 24, 2022, in Uvalde, Texas, 22 were killed and at least 15 injured at the Robb Elementary School shooting. An 18-year-old suspect entered the school and shot various students. The gunman was killed in a shootout with responding police officers. Number 2, on December 14, 2012, in Newtown, Connecticut, 27 were killed and 2 more injured at the Sandy Hook Elementary School shooting. 20-year-old Adam Lanza killed his mother at their shared home before taking 4 of her guns and driving to the school, where he killed 21st grade children aged 6 and 7, along with 6 adults, including 4 teachers, the principal, and the school psychologist. 2 other persons were injured. Lanza then killed himself as the police arrived at the school. And the worst school shooting in American history was on April 16, 2007, in Blacksburg, Virginia, when 33 were killed and 23 injured at the Virginia Tech shooting. A 23-year-old student, Seung-Hoo Cho, armed with 2 pistols, a Glock 19, and a Walther P22, killed students and faculty members at Virginia Tech and wounded more students and faculty members in 2 separate attacks before committing suicide. The first attack was on the 2nd floor of the West Ambler Johnston Hall, where he shot a young girl and another student who came to help. He then changed his clothes, recorded multiple videos stating that he had to do it for his brothers and sisters, and made several pictures of himself with hammers, large knives, and guns. He then chained the doors of the Norris Hall and shot and killed 30 more students and staff. He also shot 17 more students and staff, wounding them. 6 more students were also wounded from non-gunshot injuries. He was described as extremely quiet and lonely. During the rampage, he wore a black t-shirt, a russet vest, a backwards baseball cap, black military cargo pants, black boots, and grip gloves. The incident is the 3rd deadliest shooting by a lone gunman and deadliest school shooting in modern U.S. history. Support this channel and pick yourself up some original crime-related apparel. Look for the link in the description.